Okay, so you guys wanted a deep dive on Trump's Christmas message.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
This one's a doozy.
It's making headlines, and it's not exactly sending tidings of comfort and joy, exactly. No, it's a little bit more fiery, shall we say.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
We're seeing kind of the same kind of, international power move stuff and some harsh words for opponents and a whole lot of promises.
Mm-hmm.
So to get into this, we're looking at his Truth Social post. Obviously, that's his main way of communicating these days.
Of course.
And then we've got articles from the New York Post, LPA's The Times,
right.
Reuters, and New York Mag.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, well, it's Trump, so it's going to be in a lot of places.
That's true.
So I guess the first thing that really jumps out at you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think what's interesting here is he's really using this platform, right?
Yeah.
Which is usually, a traditional holiday message to really lay out his vision.
Totally.
For a potential, term and kind of set the tone right from the start.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And he goes right in, you're messing around, he goes right for it.
Oh, yeah.
Annexing Canada.
Oh, yeah.
As the 51st state.
Just casually drops that in.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, ho, 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 here's a new state.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's talking about tax cuts for Canadians' booming business, the whole 9 yards.
I mean, this is, while it is very unconventional, it does speak to his consistent focus on using economic leverage as a tool in international relations,
Yeah.
He's presenting it as this win-win, right?
Right.
Like prosperity for Canadians, but also, expands U.S. influence.
Yeah.
It's a bold play for sure.
Yeah, it's very Trumpian.
Very Trump.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Like just this big kind of, power move.
Yeah, and it taps into that whole, America first
right.
approach that he's always had.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So then he goes on to another one.
Oh, yeah, there's more.
That we've heard before.
Yeah.
Greenland.
Greenland again.
Again, he wants to buy Greenland.
Why not?
I mean, I don't know.
At this point.
I mean, but this time he's really emphasizing the national security angle.
Right.
Which, I guess makes sense given the, current global situation.
Well, and this is something that keeps coming up, right?
Yeah.
In terms of his foreign policy, he sees Greenland as the strategically important asset, being up in the Arctic.
Sure.
And the Arctic is becoming increasingly important for resources and, just global power dynamics.
Yeah.
So his persistence on this issue, I think, really shows how much he prioritizes geography as this, advantage in international relations.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder, right? Like, is this purely about national security?
Right.
Or is there an element of ego?
Oh, I'm sure.
Legacy building.
I think there's a combination of factors there.
Yeah.
I mean, his whole career has been about deals.
The art of the deal.
Exactly. Right. And acquisitions.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see Greenland as the ultimate
deal.
Yeah, on a world stage.
Wow.
So
then he goes on to something else.
He keeps going.
That I think is even more kind of, audacious.
Yeah.
He starts talking about the Panama Canal.
The Panama Canal.
And he's really taking aim at China's involvement there.
Right.
Calling for the U.S. to reclaim control.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually using the word illegal to describe China's actions there.
And this really aligns, I think, with his broader strategy of, challenging China as a global power, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's consistently kind of framed China as this, rival to the U.S., both economically and, geopolitically.
Right.
And this stance on the Panama Canal fits right into that narrative, And by saying it's illegal, it's like he's trying to delegitimize their presence there.
Right.
And, kind of rally support for, the U.S.
Recall.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like he's constantly, it's like he sees the world as this...
Like a chessboard.
Yeah, like this big game of risk.
Exactly.
And he's trying to
outmaneuver
everybody.
Everyone. Yeah.
And then, so then he moves on to another topic.
Okay.
And this is where I think it gets really interesting. Because he starts talking about President Biden's decision to commute the sentences of 37 death row inmates.
Wow.
And he uses very strong language here.
Yeah.
He's calling it a betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually vowing to expand capital punishment.
Wow.
If he's elected.
So he's really doubling down.
Oh, yeah.
On, his stance.
Yeah, and it's the language that he's using is so harsh.
It's pretty intense.
Especially for a Christmas message.
Yeah, you don't really expect that.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's very jarring, I think, to a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems calculated to, tap into the emotions of his base and reinforce that image of him as this law and order leader.
The strong man.
Exactly. Right. And, by framing it as this moral issue and using such inflammatory language, he's really trying to mobilize his supporters and, present himself as the only one who can restore order.
Right. And it's interesting because, along with all of this stuff, he also kind of hits on some familiar themes.
Yeah.
Criticizing his opponents as, radical left lunatics.
The usual.
Yeah. Promising tax cuts, energy independence, stronger military,
Right. So he's appealing to those core, conservative values and anxieties and painting a picture of America under threat, from both internal and external forces.
Yeah. It's very us versus them.
Yeah, very much so.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, how's this being received?
I mean, as you can imagine, it's getting very polarized reactions.
I would imagine.
His supporters are praising it. They're saying, oh, he's so bold, he's so direct, he's not afraid to, shake things up, fight for what he believes in.
Right.
But then his critics are obviously, condemning the tone. They're saying it's divisive, it's inappropriate for the holidays.
Right. So it's like no matter what he does, he just, divides people.
He's a polarizing figure.
Yeah, well, so I guess the big question is, what does this tell us about what to expect?
Right.
If you were to, win in 2025, what do we take away from this?
I mean, I think it really signals that he's going to continue with this very disruptive approach to politics and foreign policy. Yeah. He's laying out this vision of America where, they're dominant on the world stage.
Right.
They're challenging existing power structures.
Yeah.
And, very much prioritizing his specific set of values.
Right.
And I think, it's a vision that will energize his base.
For sure.
For sure. But it will also, I think, deepen the divisions in the country.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot to process.
It is.
It's a lot. So what do you guys think? I mean, does this message make you feel any differently about, what a Trump presidency might look like?
Does it clarify things?
Does it clarify things, or does it make it even more confusing?
More questions.
Yeah. Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
And until next time, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.